Hello guys, welcome back onto the Dutch Couch. Manchester United, this exit, I've got to start with the exit from the League Cup against Grimsby from League 2. Absolute shambles, and literally what their club has become for me. Years and years of being totally run poorly on and off the pitch. How the mighty have fallen. Shambolic, self-inflicted banter club. That's what they've become. It's all their own doing. The way they've been run so poorly over the years, they've made themselves an easy target to be the banter club. Embarrassing. Grimsby game first. I mean, they turned up. This Man United team swanned into that ground there with their Gucci bags, thinking they was just going to roll this League 2 team over, treated it like a pre-season friendly. When you join a club like Manchester United, your mentality should be top level. So either these people who are buying these players are not looking into the characters of these players enough. They turned up like it was going to be 10-0. Swanned around. They made Grimsby look like prime Brazil. Fair play to Grimsby, not taking anything away from them. They were excellent. They cut through Man United constantly, like a knife through butter. Soft touch. Didn't put a foot in. The least you expect from these players, right? I don't care how many millions you're spending. If you play for Man United or any professional football team, you're getting paid for it. The least expected of you is to at least fucking run, to work hard, to put a bit of bite into the game, bit of urgency, bit of passion, fight, hunger, desire. There is absolutely zero in that Man United squad. It's been the same for years. It's an ongoing problem. The club is rotten. The culture is shocking. Dreadful mentality at the whole club. Runs from the top down. Embarrassing. They had over £200 million worth of striking talent, available. And I'll tell you what, they managed, even with all that talent there, they managed to look like an under-8 Sunday League team. Shocking. Absolutely abysmal. Most of that squad for me is stealing a living. I read earlier that they're paying Casemiro £17 million a year. Fucking that goes to show, that's just a small example of how shocking this club has become. The likes of him, he's dreadful. Absolutely stealing a living. He's got nothing to offer. Well past his sell-by date. They've got Coco the Clown in goal. He couldn't catch a cold, that goalkeeper. Come here with a reputation. At Ajax, he was fantastic. Inter, he was fantastic. Somehow, I don't know what Man United had done to him. Turned him into a nervous wreck. He looks like he's never caught a ball in his life. Looks like he's never played in goal. Don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they coach there. But like I say, it's been going on for years and years. Absolutely embarrassing. They're shocking in possession. Dreadful. They never look like they've got options. They don't move the ball quick enough. It's backwards, sideways. It's the modern stats-based bullshit football that you see. Man United are terrible. Out of possession. They're so easy to play against. Soft. Positionally, they're dreadful. They get dragged all over this pitch. And I don't care. This manager's got this system, right? It's pretty clear those players either don't believe in it or they just don't get it. He's been there long enough now for these players to at least understand what's expected of them on the pitch, right? None of them know what they're doing. It's pretty clear. When you watch a League 2 team absolutely tear them to pieces, it tells you everything you need to know. Embarrassment to that shirt, and I felt sorry for the travelling fans. They travelled in numbers there, again, as they always do, United fans. Got a great away support. And these lot let them down again. Shocking. Ruben Amorim, got to say, I spoke about him last year before he came in, and I thought, I'd done a video talking about him. I thought, you know what, he's going to absolutely smash it here. He looks out of his depth. He looks totally lost. And the interview after the game, I'm half expecting him to resign. Or is he basically asking them to get shot of him? Because he just doesn't look right. He just looks totally lost. He sat in that dugout with that tactics board. He looked like he was putting stickers in a sticker book, the old Panini ones back in the day when he was a kid. Clueless. He's not adaptable at all. As much as I like him as a manager and I like him as a guy, he comes across a really good guy. I just don't think he's adaptable at all. I'm not seeing any adaptability in his coaching since he stepped foot at United? Nothing. He's got a plan A. That's it. To be a top manager, a top world-class manager, either your plan A has got to be unbreakable and too good for anybody, or you must have plan B and C and D. You have to have options. You can't just go out with one option. If the game's going a certain way and it's not working, you can't just stick with it. That's what he seems to do. It doesn't make any sense to me. He looks totally lost. He's only got 28 points, I think. He's won in 29 league games in the Premier League. That is, for Manchester United, all right, if you're someone like, no disrespect to these clubs, if you're someone like Sheffield United, Burnley, all right, you can sort of understand that. When you're Man United, the expectations are there. So you have to deliver there. They're not doing it at all. On and off the pitch, they're not delivering nothing. They finished 15th last season. They look like they've got worse. They played, this is the thing about the mentality. They played Arsenal, didn't they, first game of the season? They played pretty well, right? Arsenal weren't at the races. Let's get that right. Arsenal weren't on it. He come out after and said, we've proved we can beat any team. What, by losing? I didn't understand that comment on the day. Sure, he showed we can compete with any team, not beat any team, because since you've gone to Fulham and you've only drawn, and you've just gone to Grimsby and got knocked out of the cup. So it's pretty sure that pretty certain you can't beat any team, Ruben. You've not beaten anyone this season, mate. So I'm not sure where he was aiming with that. And you can tell that they got clapped off the pitch at Old Trafford after that first game, and they was acting as if it was a positive day. Opening day of the Premier League season, you're Manchester United, you've got beaten at home. I'm sorry, there's no positives. All right, you created a few chances. You didn't take them. There's no positives. You should create chances. You just spent over 200 million on strikers. Come on. The level of expectation at that club, has it sunk that low that you're happy after a defeat? Crazy stuff. Crazy. It's August and you're only in 2 competitions now. You're already out of the League Cup. You've not got no European football at all anyway. You didn't even qualify for Europe, so that's dreadful for a club of your size anyway. But August, and you've only got 2 competitions to play for. That's not good enough, sorry. Years of poor recruitment, buying the wrong players, and more importantly, buying the wrong characters. When you sign, like I say, when you sign for Manchester United, I don't know what they look at when they look at players. They've got all these data analysts now. I'm not sure they look at the characters, because you seem to be buying the same sort of characters, bad apples. They don't turn out, they end up leaving. And their attitudes don't seem right. Is it a culture thing there? Or is it such a fallout from when Fergie left in, I think it was 2013? Was the fallout from Fergie leaving that big that you just can't cope? You're still not coping. You're not going anywhere. Like I said, you finished 15th last season. Absolutely dreadful. And when I see them play the other night, it's like a sense of entitlement. It's like, oh, we're Man United, we'll turn up. Grimsby, it's only Grimsby, we'll go there and we'll... Even at half-time, you're thinking, I still expected them to win the game. But at 2-2, then they're pushing, they're getting desperate then. But I always felt like there was a sense of entitlement. Oh, we'll score a couple anyway, we'll be fine. Absolute body language, attitude and mentality, that M-word mentality for this lot is massive. Because it's dreadful. The mentality is absolutely piss poor at that club throughout. Embarrassing. Fall from grace is huge, mate. Shocking. They're soft. They've got zero fear factor now. Old Trafford, teams used to go to Old Trafford and think, oh, mate, this is just a bonus game. If we get anything, it's a bonus. We're going to get tonked. We know the Fergie effect as it was back then. We're going to get smashed there. It's Man United. No one goes there and comes away with anything. Well, I'll tell you what now. Teams like Bournemouth, Brighton, these sort of teams are going there thinking, I fancy 3 points today. I think anyone in that league fancies going there. That is how far this club, not this team, this club has regressed. Same as Anana I spoke about earlier, Coco the Clown. The regression in that man. He's at an all-time level. It's amazing, incredible. I even saw on Twitter during the game the other night against Grimsby, I think the ex-Salford manager, I think he's at Redcliffe Borough or something now. Is it Anthony Johnson? I'm sure he posted something on there. I've read in the comments. I'm sure he said that even he's better than Ruben Amorim. I can't disagree with him. I like the fact that some of these managers, all right, they've got the exotic name and they come over from these countries, right? But I've got to say, some of these coaches in lower league and non-league have got more ability than a lot of these. They're adaptable. They can see the problems. Even they're on social media, pointing out exactly where the issues are. The same as Joe Public, like me. You're pointing out the issues. But the people who are paid millions of pounds to coach this lot, they don't seem to get it. They're not seeing it. Either millions of people are wrong and that manager's right, or we're all clueless. But results bound, looking at results and the performances, I'm thinking the likes of me and you guys know more than these, because we can see where the issues are lying, but they just don't see it. They're so blinded. It's crazy. I think they're too loyal to some of these players. Unbelievable, mate. It's good to have a good team on paper, right? It's okay having a good team on paper. Brian Clough said that. Got a good team on paper. Unfortunately, we played a game on grass. Spot on. It's when you get on that pitch, especially when you've got that shirt on, that Man United shirt. I don't think these players, or any of the ones of the previous years really, the recent years, absolutely appreciate the club that they're at, the history behind that club, what that club means. It's meant to be the biggest club in the world. Personally, I think Real Madrid will always be the pinnacle. But to be at a club like that, you've got to have that little bit extra, surely. You've got to have a little bit of, in there, hunger. I don't see nothing in this lot. I saw Luke Shaw in the summer at pre-season. He was having a pre-season tour. I think the interviewer asked him how it is in the camp, and I think he said, "We've never been so close. The atmosphere is great. We're all fighting for each other." I ain't seen none of that. I don't know what I'm watching. I don't know what he thinks he's involved in, because it's not coming to fruition on the pitch. None of us are seeing that. I'm seeing the same shit that I've watched for the last 10 years. Pass the buck to me teammate. I don't want the responsibility. I'm not strong mentally enough. We're not good enough. We're not going to fight. We're not going to dig in when it's needed, because we're Man United. We can just turn up and the 3 points are on the table, or we can beat these lower league teams because we're Man United. It's bullshit. If you play football that way, you won't achieve nothing. God knows how they've managed to win these couple of cups they've won. Obviously, they won the League Cup against Newcastle a few years ago. When they won the FA Cup against Man City, played brilliant in the final. Let's get it right. The semi-final, they got through against Coventry by default, mate. Coventry deserved to win that. They was bolted out that cup. Bollocks. They should have got through. But yeah, I think in May 2021, Solskjaer was on the pitch at the end of the season, I think it was, and he said, "We're not where we want to be. We're second." Mate, they would rip your arm off for that right now. Man United being second right now is about as likely as me getting a date with Liz early. It ain't going to happen. It's impossible. Out of your depth. Embarrassing, mate. We've had the Glazers. Shocking. We've had this Ratcliffe's come in. Stitched up ex-players. Stitched up fans with ticket prices. Crazy. Stitched up staff for jobs. All to save pittance. Spent money on these strikers. Don't look any better. You still look dreadful. You've got a few bad apples out the door. You've got loads more. You've got an old fruit stall of them, mate, still there. I don't see any improvement at all. But this is the norm in modern football. With this Radcliffe and the way he treats people and fans ripped off. There's norm in modern football. Do numerous videos on this sort of stuff. Crackers. Been the same problem for years. You've gone through multiple managers. Nothing's changed. It's always the same story. Every time a manager comes in, the fans get a little bit of optimism. Oh, it's going to be different. It's going to be different. This is going to change. The culture's going to change. Nothing changes. You hear it constantly. I'm not even a Man United fan. But makes my blood boil when these people earn 200-300 grand a week and they're doing nothing for it, absolutely giving nothing, and then people are paying for tickets to go through the gates, who are absolutely, some of them struggling for money, might be on a minimum wage, but managing to get ticket to watch this. This fucking don't make sense. There's a long way back to the top for Man United. An absolute, might as well climb Ben Nevis to get back to the top. With glass on the floor, you've got no chance. It is miles off, and the gap is growing. The gap between Man United and the likes of City, Liverpool, Arsenal, even Chelsea are cracking on now. I know they've spent a lot of money. The gap is huge, and I didn't understand this deal you've just done. I think it was £40 million for Garnacho. When I'm looking at the prices of some of these players going over the summer, and you've let Garnacho go for 40 million quid. Makes no sense. That is so cheap. But has it got that bad there? I'm looking at your squad, the players that you've bought over the years. Terrible resale value. Because I don't see... When was the last time players came to Man United and actually improved? The coaching must be terrible there, because I don't really see players improve there. They all regress. Every single one of them. Let me know in the comments any that have actually improved. I can't think of any on top of my head. But yeah, long way back, and self-inflicted, dreadful, shocking, shambolic banter club you have become. I've got nothing against Man United, but this club should be there at the top table, and they've not even got in the Conference League. That's the level you're at. Dreadful. Yeah, hope it improves somehow. On to the next one. Take care.